Tragedy in motion. The Bremen bus driver saw it all Friday night. Tonight, he's talking to Fox 28 about the memory and the loss.
Good evening, I'm Tracy Capelman.
And I'm Paul Baltus. First on Fox tonight, how did it happen? It's a question many people in Michiana are asking after a horrible head-on crash kills 6 people, 3 of them volunteer football coaches from Bremen.
Tonight, one of the witnesses to Friday's deadly crash shares his story and tells us what he saw just seconds before impact. It's a story you will see only on Fox. Fox 28's Mike Brookbank spoke with the man this afternoon. And Mike, how close was he to the accident?
Well, Tracy, he was pretty close. Larry Maxson is a school bus driver for Bremen Schools. He was behind the wheel on Friday night on US 6 with a bus load of students. They were on their way back from the game at Eastside when he watched the whole accident unfold right before his eyes. Behind the wheel of Bremen school bus number 3. That's where Larry Maxson was Friday night, driving fans back home from the football game. As he drove west on US 6, he could see a truck closely following a car in the other lane.
I looked down, looked over, and seen that, and then I thought, what is that guy doing, you know? It just really startled me that he was that close.
Maxson says what he saw next in his side and rearview mirrors startled him even more. He saw the truck pass the car on the right shoulder and spin sideways.
And I knew that he'd lost, and I knew there was no way he was going to keep it under control at that speed. And when he lost it, and for a split second, I thought, oh man, he's just going to end up in the field, and he's not going to get anybody, you know. He's not going to hit anybody.
Maxson's worst fear came true when he saw the impact and the billowing smoke and dust behind him.
Really, it was seconds from the time he went by me until it was, you know, it was just disaster then, you know.
As for who was hit head-on, Maxson had no idea it was volunteer coaches Casey Miller, Chad Beeson, Kerry Jones, Dan Filchek, and Robert Koffel.
At the moment, it was bad enough, but in the morning when you found out who it was, then it really takes its toll then.
Maxson says Casey Miller, who was behind the wheel, probably didn't even have a chance to react.
Can't say, well, Casey, did you see this guy coming, you know? But I just know how fast it happened.
Maxson is struggling, just like everyone else in his community, but maybe a little bit more, because he's still seeing the accident play out in his head.
It makes you so sick, but also makes you so angry that those men were all good family people. They helped in the community.
As for getting back behind the wheel of the fan bus, Maxson says he'll relive it all over again once basketball season starts.
You just don't want to look in that mirror and see that again. You know, that's what you don't want to do.
Maxson says he saw the crash and wanted to stop, but he had a bus full of students and cheerleaders. He felt it wouldn't be safe to stop the bus on US 6 and try to back up to where the accident was. Maxson says he found out the next day from his daughter who died in the crash. He found out from her, rather, who died in the crash. Tracy?
And it looks like he's still having a tough time coping, Mike.
Yeah, he said that throughout the day, several different times throughout the day, he sees that image of the crash in his head, so definitely it's something hard to deal with.
All right, Mike, thanks.